everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Dokibird is a VTuber that many know very well by now, and also someone who recently was a part of a Marvel Rivals $300,000 tournament. She has gotten into some more drama, not because of anything that she's done, but people around her, kind of the same way that's happened in almost every single one that she's been in. It seems that people really want to find a way to blame her or want to be jealous of her or whatever it ends up being. In this case, I will show you what exactly happened. Dokibird was put as Team Canada, I believe, and it says, my first ever World Cup event. It's a huge honor to be one of the players picked to represent Team Canada and VTubers in the America region. I hope it can make you guys proud. And this is the Marvel Rivals Creator Championship team, the teams that were put in there, and this is the one specific that she's a part of. Team Canada with Aramori, Dokibird, Fan, Surefour, Warren, and XQC. A lot of people thought that there was going to be some drama between her and XQC, but right now, surprisingly, the one that I'm talking to you about is going to be between her and Warren. Well, Warren against her and other people. We're going to take a look here. First of all, let's get a little bit of a background here. It says on other people's opinions that were involved in the whole thing, or at least almost involved in the whole thing, or at least commentating on it. Said opinions on the whole thing. Wish there was more advertisements in general. Good, they got people who are familiar with the game but don't main rivals. Great for reaching new audiences. If you'd like to get invited to $300,000 tournament, probably should learn more than Squirrel Girl. Talking about Warren in this case. A lot of people would give anything for an opportunity like this. A lot of visibility to different countries and streamers like Brazil, which had really good players, and Team America United, who kicked our butts 2-0. He was in one of the teams. It's the first test run of World Cup and Marvel Rivals, and hopefully it grows into something beautiful. Would love to have more countries participate and have more LAN events. What are you guys' thoughts on this and anything? So I'm happy to be invited to play represent Team USA. I've never participated in anything like this. Jay, I played 40 hours of Marvel Rivals when I launched and then I stopped. They called me to play on Thursday. I saw the game and spent 13 hours playing only support to understand my role. It was crazy for me and Brazil as a team. I'm now Plat 2. Let's go. Hey, you're the GOAT. I got invited to a huge tournament. Be grinding just like you. Congrats on making it too. It's a Marvel Rivals World Cup. I'd expect to see Marvel Rivals players. I do get it's amazing to see these high success streamers. So yeah, people are just continuing. Maybe they compare experts with noobs next time. That type of thing. So people are just, kind of echoing some of the sentiments there. We go on to Warren, which was one of the people in Team Canada, who says, just to clarify, I only had a few days from the moment I was invited to the actual tournament. I was pitched as a creator tournament, so I accepted. Like always, every day off stream, I practice my mains, Squirrel and Namor, and try to pick up Cyclops. He got banned nonstop. Yeah, Cyclops is in tournament meta, he will get banned. Even in higher like plat and stuff meta, he gets banned a lot. Because there are certain things that are felt to be broken, and he's pretty darn good at DPS if you know how to use him properly. Some people say he's not that great, but I played against him, and yeah, he could devastate a field if you know how to use him properly. Honestly, as Marvel Rivals creator who played the Overwatch tournament with such little experience, I think it's important to listen to people who are more experienced in the game. I think your confidence in yourself is great. Lack of confidence in experienced players. Aramori was the issue. When I played an Overwatch tourney, I would never go against the decisions of experienced Overwatch players. If I get told to go support or to learn a hero for the first time, I will believe my instincts and keep on the captains. Main difference is Aramori was not the captain. Numerous times XQC, our captain said to stay Squirrel Girl, so I did. Furthermore, I've played in tournaments the Squirrel Girl only before and won. So yeah, if you know you can win there, then you go for that. At least you got paid, bro. You never even invited me, and I even downloaded the game. It says, okay, there's no hazard in Rivals. You're good, bro. Over here, the vibes went from immaculate to S from butt. Let's take a look here at what he has to say. I'm going to stay quiet in this section because I'm probably going to have to boost it up. And he has gone protected mode, so I'm going to be very careful into not reload these things. Let's take a look.
On DPS, we're strong on supports, and we have like good tank. Like I think we're okay.
Yeah, good single tank.
Have you played Ultron before?
Nope, never in my life.
Have you played Rocket before?
Nope. No, I'm a Squirrel Girl demon. Tell him.
No, I believe
this guy can throw a net. Trust me.
Well, I could try the triple support. Do you want me to do the Ultron, or would you rather Rocket?
The time to do Ultron was like 2 games ago, dude. Or play whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's just have fun. We're strong.
So yeah, there's a little bit of discord going on there, and like I said, he right as I was recording this, he went into protected mode. He protected all of his tweets. So I'm going to try to give you guys as much information as I can. It says here, Sen Aramori says, you're saying you can fill after we already got into the tournament. Of course, I'm tilted, bro. That's 300K. My bad. Next time I'll tell you it's not your fault for picking Squirrel Girl over and over. Yes, there were other issues, like a 10,000%, myself included, but I don't want to sit here and let Warren TV act like, woe is me, she was so mean. I got Zazad in the tournament, 10 times the prize pool as a base sim. Bro, OMG, Kingsman was so much meaner and got a bajillion followers. If I'm silent, I'm quiet pushover who can lead. Who can't lead. If I take charge and lead, I'm a B. Can't win. Go next. We went Namor heals game 2 and still wasn't good enough for you. Expected too much from creators who don't play this game for a living. We're just effing buff Squirrel Girl. Retweet. Ara ICL. This is the moment someone who just isn't a competitor, especially to post about it afterwards, making it seem like you're a bad guy wanting to win. Don't sweat over this. Yeah, it's all good. So Warren was going on a warpath on everything here. And just to show you that he has gone protected mode, let's take a look at Warren there. The posts are protected. So from now on, I'm going to just play them as they are. I'm going to try to buff it up as much as I can, but I will stay silent in those sections so I can increase the sound and you guys can actually hear it. That way, you know, if you see me not actually be loud, or as I usually am, very fucking loud, then you'll know why. I'll be pissed if I wasn't asking for him to chat GPT and research to practice attorney. I would give everything for my team, meat shield for my supports, but try anything in my ability to win for my team. Sagem says, who does Sagem Slam, says, I'm always really confused by events like this with insane prize pools and this level of commitment people put into winning. It takes 5 minutes to learn a lot of the heroes in this game with prior hero shooter experience. It does take very little to learn. I'm really bad at it, so that's why I don't learn very quickly, but yeah. It says, Warren says Dokibird and Aramori were not helping XQC on tank because they were too busy blaming him instead of addressing other fundamental issues. So now he's going on and attacking Dokibird and such, which is really mean, in my opinion. Really mean. So I'm going to, again, stay quiet while you guys listen to this and try to at least have something out there.
And I feel like his voice went completely swept under the rug. XQC's fucking struggling. Okay? Like, XQC was struggling. And nobody was paying attention to him because the peanut gallery was too focused on me on Squirrel. Dokibird and Ara were too dead set on me being the problem, and they didn't want to admit that there were other fundamental issues. Okay? Like, X was struggling, dude. He was getting grabbed and tossed around like a salad on tank by the Wolverine and stuff. And so, this is where we move on. Everybody's so quick to say I was a bad teammate. XQC and I, all right, go, hey, we think we should ban Wolverine. X is really struggling. We only have one tank player. Let's ban Wolf. Let's ban Wolf. You know what she does? She doesn't ban Wolf, and then they protect him in game 2. And then the same thing fucking happens. Like, XQC was struggling, and nobody was paying attention to him because the peanut gallery was too focused on me on Squirrel. Dokibird and Ara were too dead set on me being the problem, and they didn't want to admit that there were other fundamental issues.
So they're saying there, he's saying there, that it's Dokibird and Aramori's problem, Aramori's fault for going through this way. Well, I don't know what's funny about that. DPS is probably the best role to help with that. A Gila, Bucky, or a hit scan could have kept the wolf off of the tanks. There were never more overall healing than damage, ever. It's about killing the other team faster than it usually starts at DPS. What's funny is, you know, they didn't help him on tank is because he went Squirrel Girl and refused to swap. Can't bother finding the clip, but they told him about how big the wall now gives him CC immunity on Groot, but he didn't play amazing. They can do everything but play the game for him. So some people are going, hitting back on the whole situation. You have here, Warren blames Fan, Aramori, and Dokibird for blames them for losing the tournament.
Saying I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces in this tournament as and the last tournament is the current one, including Dokibird, Aramori. Wait a second. Fan. Wait, Aramori, Dokibird, Fan. We're all in this tournament too? And none of them were on my team, and XQC and I won? Huh. That's weird. That's fucking weird. What just goes to show, I don't actually know if the problem was us. Oh, snap. Guys, no. I think we just discovered something new, but let's not get into it, okay? I'll let the audience decide what they want to decide. I'm just saying, it's strange. You know, I didn't play good by any means.
This guy needs to get, I don't know. I'm not going to say much, but see, here's the thing. The internet never forgets. So when you're an a-hole like this, when you're acting like an a-hole like this, when you're acting stuck up and smug like this, and trying to put blame on others instead of taking responsibility for not doing your role properly or not putting enough effort into your role or whatever it is that people are saying that you did. You are basically trying to push the responsibility onto other people that you already, it seems, that you don't like to begin with. And it says, aren't those all the women in his team? He's really a DPS player at heart, blaming everybody but himself. Didn't this team lose to Doki's team that she was forced off in season 1? Yes, they did. And they cried about how they were actually the winners, even though they used Smurf accounts. That way they could stay on the team and not be forced off like Doki was on her team. Yes, that actually happened. That was the whole original XQC Dokibird drama. And yeah, Warren was a part of it. Now he is definitely cooked. Why is he throwing shade at the other two? Can't understand Aramori, but others, weird champ. I see he blames women, wonder why. MF for acting like he wasn't giga carried in last tourney is actually insane. No way this bum thought him one tricking the easiest and bottom DPS in the game is how he won. So, a lot of people are like, dude, just stop it. You don't know what the heck you're talking about. A lot of people are just going on him. And again, in those sections that are a little bit lower, I will have it raised up because that's just, unfortunately, some of them are really low on my side. I do apologize for that. But let's take a look at what Dokibird has to say. How it feels right now as someone who loves both Rivals and Overwatch. They're all fighting and you're just, you're in the corner there. And it says, it's nobody's fault. Sort of plan the team's fault. They did not include flex players, only players who can specialize in specific roles and heroes. One of them get forced to be in a role he was uncomfortable with and barely any time to practice. Y'all got some new stuff going on every week. It's impressive. Over here, Dokibird says, despite the results, I'm super grateful for the opportunity to be part of a World Cup event. I've done so many tournaments over the years, and there will always be wins and losses. I didn't know if I'd get invited again, but maybe we'll get the redemption arc next year. Even if I don't, I'm just thankful to be able to be part of something new that I haven't experienced before, and will always appreciate being invited and considered for these events. I might not be the best player for the most known out there, but it's nice to be considered. I'm grateful they participate in so many different types of tournaments. Win, lose, draw, you always make it entertaining. That's the point. Make it entertaining for everyone else. Yes, do your best to keep your team alive. Do your best to keep your team going. But if you lose, at the very least, you entertain somebody. That's the point. That's something that's I think people like XQC, I think maybe shamed a little bit, but Warren, he has no idea what's going on, it seems like. Despite all the dramas going on, I hope everyone will support the creators and teams tomorrow that qualified to finals. There's a lot of smaller streamers that around the world that made it through, and I do hope that the negative focus doesn't overshadow their efforts and exposure. I think that's what I feel about the most. No one really wins in this situation as everyone focus or talk about the negativity that came from the Rivals World Cup. Getting invited to these events is hard for someone who's a smaller creator as opportunities are very slim. I've attempted to shine a spotlight on underrepresented regions and creators around the world, and I know a lot of players worked really hard to be there and they really deserve the exposure, so I hope in the end, despite the tournament having the faults, people can support the players that made it through. That's the point. Support these smaller players. I love this about Doki. She does have this wonderful part about her, and I'm glad that she is putting that good foot forward. And yeah, unfortunately, people like Warren will never learn. They'll always try to blame someone else and not take responsibility for what they do. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. She was shunned by VEXPO, or VTuber Expo, as we're going to Fallenshadow, who is regularly called Shondo. She is a VTuber, a English VTuber, and I believe she does live in the UK. We have her here. She says, at VTuber Expo, could someone let me know if I should be advising Shondo Frenix to book tickets, travel, pay for hotels to attend the con to see me? After my appearance at VEXPO last year, staff and CEO were extremely enthused about me attending this year and hosting events. Everyone was full of ideas and seemed incredibly enthusiastic to have me again this year. Yet my application months ago has been completely ghosted, and all staff I've contacted asking about the update have also not responded to my contact attempts. I found this extremely unusual for a convention, especially given how involved and receptive VEXPO was with me last year. A lot of fans traveled extremely far to see me at VEXPO last year, and I know plenty were planning to go again. Flights, hotels, travel needs, advance notice. So I'd really like to know where I stand and advise fans if they should be attending and if I should go scheduling time out of my own schedule for the event. Thank you sincerely, the VTuber of the North, Shondo. It says here, sorry to be publicly Shondo, so do it publicly, Shondo Frenix. Just don't really know how else to get an answer from them at this point. And people asking me if they should make plans to attend all the time, making me a bit stressed for their sake. And VEXPO says, "Hi, Shondo. Our team has gotten in touch with you via email. We'd appreciate the opportunity to discuss the matter with you further at the earliest convenience." And says, "VEXPO, thank you for getting back to me. I just checked my email. Didn't see anything from you. Please confirm." It was Fallenshadow VT at gmail.com. And yeah, going to VEXPO this year for my first convention. Are you guys going IRL? Just planning virtually at VEXPO to get back. Shondo speaks. I listen. Shondo will be heard. A lot of Alexi VTuber. You have Dark. You have other people saying, "What's the answer? Are you going to ignore this post too?" Other people just wondering what's going on. And we do just take a look at the people that are going to be there. Sea Dog, Yuka, Aegis Link, Triggerfish, Mayfei, Lanfilia, and Mia Merrily, like Jariku at VEXPO. Other people are going to be artists at VEXPO. Things like that are going to be happening. And we finally do have an answer on the whole situation. They emailed me. I'm not invited. And there we have no reason. Just not. Well, now we know, I guess. To be honest, I just think it's because there's so many VTubers, how the big 26, that only picking the iconic MFers is just kind of BS, because there are new and upcoming and smaller ones to let shine. I don't think it's anything to do with you. I just think they don't want, like, a ton of flooded guests. I don't know, asked about the VTuber Expo other than the compilations of VTubers that go. So yeah. It says, would kind of make an image of a graph that showcases what happens to attendance at VTuber Expo after Shondo said she wasn't going. Please make it truthful. And it's like, it just drops. Okay, but C.V is fine. What is this BS? They could have told you sooner instead of ghosting you. And that is the primary thing that annoys people. Don't ghost somebody. Just, if you're not going to invite them, let them know you're not going to be invited. You're not going to go. We have other, we want to, like, there are expos that say, if you aren't invited next year, maybe the year after that, because we do want to have like a continuous change in VTubers that we send in. There are actual expos that say that, or guests that come in. We will have different guests next year. If you're not invited next year, then maybe the year after that, we just kind of trying to revolve, have it like, not necessarily a revolving door in a bad way, but a revolving door of people coming in and out, so we can, bring new skin into the game, new people there. I just would have assumed that I was S-listed when I saw the application was being ignored when they posted the guest list. It sucks, though. VEXPO literally losing thousands of pounds on missing attendees. Great job. Bets on some activists, staffer, well, that happened in Offkai, so I wouldn't doubt it. Blackballing you for being insufficiently PC. I'm, politically correct is what it means. Not inviting Shondo is effing crime. Well, that's dumb of them, but I suppose now it's time for ShondoCon. Time to start your own convention with blackjack and hookers. That's the whole thing there. That's the Bender from Futurama thing. Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Do your own VTuber Expo with blackjack and hookers. Solve the problem if I should go or not at VEXPO. A lot of people are just not going to go because it's not her. There you go. That's the Bender thing here from Futurama. Now we're going to take a look at a little bit of the quotes. Trigger Point says, one of the biggest British VTubers not invited to the British VTuber Con. Shondo, one of the biggest, if not the biggest British VTuber, is not invited to a British VTuber Con. Don't worry though, we got voice actors. You would think that a British VTuber convention would invite one of the biggest British VTubers. A lot of people are just echoing that thought. You have a Nacho Chipu. Says UK cannot stop taking L's, I'm afraid. Feels so bad for Shondo. Right now she's a hard worker. She deserves better. Purely believe this is just the new owner not liking her, as she had a great reception last year. She was wanted back, but I can't interest you in voice actors. Eva, Elfire Eva, says, at this point, conventions in general are just absolute S. Imagine not inviting one of the biggest popular UK VTubers to a UK convention. Hope they fall. And yeah, a lot of people are just saying the exact same things because yeah, that is really dumb. She is one of the biggest British VTubers. She's a huge VTuber overall. But sometimes people do. I'm not going to say that it's 100% this, but it's happened with Offkai before. That there are possibly people that are being a little activist and being like, I don't like what she says, so she shouldn't get invited, type of thing. It does happen. It's happened before, unfortunately, and it seems like this time it might have been the case, or it might just be that they didn't like, they didn't want to invite her this time or whatever. It might be a revolving door or something like that. We don't know. You guys let me know what you think down below. Ironmouse is a female American VTuber from Puerto Rico, and she is a veteran of the industry, debuted in August 2017. She was a part of VShojo for a bit, one of the founding members of VShojo, founding VTubers in VShojo, and later she basically brought the end of VShojo because of what they did to her. But right now we're not talking about that. We're talking about Warframe, which is a game that I played a while back, and I still have, I believe, $100 worth of stuff in there that I bought a while back, but I never used. And like in the sense of like their in-house money, and I need to get back to it. But it is a game that is free-to-play action role-playing game. It is older than Destiny. So remember that. It is older than Destiny. Destiny came after Warframe. And it started in March 2013. If I'm not mistaken, it is older than Destiny. I don't know by a year or two, whatever. But Warframe just has so much. It has never stopped adding new things. Warframe is free to play, by the way. You don't have to spend any money on it. But in order to get, like, you know, there's some things, it's not pay to play, but there's some things that make it easier for you to get, like easier to get skins and that type of thing if you pay for it, which is what I wanted back in the day. But we're talking about this because Ironmouse it took me a while to get here, but Ironmouse is going to be partnering with Warframe for the community dev meetup at Anime Expo booth. Come through for exclusive giveaways, anime memes, and who knows what else with Moitoy and Repford. And there you go, Megan, Rebecca, Ironmouse, they're all doing it at South Hall. South Hall is where the vendor booths are, and it is a big area, so you're going to be able, if you're going there, you're going to be able to see a lot of different vendors, not just them. Sometimes game vendors pop in there, a lot of Japanese vendors pop in there. You'll see people coming from Japan in there and things like that. So you're going to be able to have some fun and take a look at all of them. Shout out to all the heroes who made this happen. I am mere onlooker, complete and related to all of this. Cannot believe that this has been achieved with this miracle. You can put a price on these things no matter how much someone that looks like me tries. You can't put a price on these things. Big, big win for Mousy. I'm glad that she has this. Izigenia is a VTuber organization. As you can see here, this is their first generation that they had out here, which has recently did come out, and we have something big for them. It says joining us at Izigenia booth at Anime Expo is Forte Project, showcasing special performance footage in 3D. Come check them out at South Hall. So they are combining with other VTuber projects, other VTuber agencies to bring you something at their booth. This is great to see, especially when it comes to the guys. Male VTubers usually don't get a lot of stuff outside of things like, you know, Nijisanji usually has pretty popular male VTubing. Outside of Japan, it doesn't really have as much popularity. There are some standouts like First Stage Production EN that has the male generations that are doing really well. But by and large, that is a exception, not the rule. The rule is, in general, female VTubers will have much better opportunities, much better standing when it comes to things out there, and much better overall when it comes to what they have, what they've been given. And that's just, well, because of just general human nature of wanting to look at pretty things, and women do involve a lot of those pretty things, if you will. And they are good, nice to look at. That's why the males that actually do well do have good designs that are nice to look at as well. They draw your eyes one way or another. But I'm glad that they do have the showcase guest here. Pour solvent into the test tube. Solvent into the test tube. Break the clocks and drop the handles inside. Yep, it's the radium. It's radium, that's what you want. Okay, that's what they wanted. They wanted the radium for these clocks. Radium is radioactive. Smoke detectors, American. That's why we need these things. Again, this is all fantasy, okay? This is all fantasy. Do not come after me, you damn three-letter agencies. I ain't doing anything wrong. This is an actual game on Steam, for fuck's sake. This is a interesting game, but it's a game on Steam. It's all fantasy. It's all meant to be in that area of, you know, not real. Please don't chase me. Don't kill me, please. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.